Good morning. Welcome back or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. It's day 9 of Empower. And so I kind of took off for a while into Empower and the standing. And then I went, I need to slow down. I need to deepen in and slow down. So today we're going to come back to the tree again next week in a slower way. But today we're going to deepen into shoulders. I've been gardening the last few days, and so I can feel my shoulders really want some space. So we're going to create some space in shoulders and neck today, and then continue that Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then Monday we will stand again in a slow and orderly fashion. So come lie on your back. Sorry. Come lie on your back and we shall begin. Come. So just landing in, get a sense of your shoulders on the floor. And so I love unpacking my shoulders. So lift your right elbow up as high as you can towards the ceiling, and then drape the rhomboid, which is the muscle between your shoulder blade and your spine, and then your shoulder blade, and then your outer arm, and then lengthen your arm out to the side. And for me, that's a really solid arm on the ground now. And then the other side, lift the left elbow as high as it'll go, rhomboid, shoulder blade, upper arm. Upper arm always feels a little bit like unable to really drop, but then it learns and then it drops, and then wide. And just pause with your arms wide, connected to the floor. Nice. So from here, roll your palms so they're face downwards. And really, imagine you can push your hands into the floor. It's hard to push when your arms are out so wide, but just try that. Push your palms down into the floor and just feel what happens in your shoulders. Nice. And now let your arms float 1 inch off the floor, reaching as wide as you can from the center of your chest. Nice. Drop your hands down, push your hands into the floor, feel what happens, and then float your arms off the floor. So just fly a bit there. It's so funny. So push your hands down and float. And maybe as you push your hands down, you let your shoulders round forward. And as you reach your arms, you let them float a little bit higher. I just feel that. Push, float. Push, float. Nice. Turn the back of your hands to the floor and push the back of your hands into the floor. And it's a completely different set of muscles. And relax. Push the back of your hands into the floor. Feel how it's the back of your shoulders and that bit between your shoulder blades that's engaging. Relax. Push the back of your hands into the floor. And then let your arms float up until your arms are straight out from your shoulders. Drop your arms wide. Push the back of your shoulders into the floor. And then arms float up. And then drop wide. Back of your hands into the floor. And then push, float up. Nice. Keep your hands up towards the ceiling. And then just pull your shoulders back and reach your shoulders forward. And so as you create this shoulder shrug, can you feel the bits of you that were engaging in different ways with the other one, the other movements we created? Nice. Now roll your shoulders in a circle. So I always feel like a bear in the woods, scratching my back on the floor, on the tree behind me. And how would I really draw a huge circle with my shoulders and then circle in the other direction. Nice. Drop your arms down and wide. Drop your knees to the right. And then back to center. Drop your knees to the left. And then center. Knees to the right. Center. Knees to the left. Center. So drop your knees down towards the left and then roll over onto your left shoulder, and you're going to bend your right elbow so that your right fingers are in the direction of your right shoulder, or they're touching your right shoulder. And so you're going to draw your two knees on top of each other and then pull your right elbow down to your hip in that direction, okay? And then let your right elbow travel up so it travels up beside the side of your forehead. And then you're going to roll slowly onto your back and let your elbow go wide. The next bit, if you have anything going on with your shoulder, go really slowly. Slowly draw your right elbow down towards your hip or the rib cage. Okay? So make a big circle as close to the floor as you can. So reach your elbow up and then over and then down towards your belly. And then up and wide and down towards your ribs. And so when my hand is traveling over the front of me, I kind of let go of my shoulder a bit because my hand wants to move a little bit more freely than what contact with my shoulder will create. So how do you roll in this big circle with your right shoulder, right elbow? And really listen to and hear the movement and the wellness and maintain wellness. Nice. Come all the way and reach your right hand beyond your left hand as far as you can. And then pull your right elbow back into lawnmower. You're still looking at the left hand. Reach your right hand forward as far as it'll go. I feel my waist lengthening, my hip lengthening. And then pull your right elbow back into lawnmower, and it's almost coming to the floor behind me. Forward with your right hand. Pull your right elbow back, lawnmower. My knees are together, my feet are together. One more time. Forward with your right hand, and then back with your right elbow. Nice. Reach forward and just pause there. How would you? Do you want to drop your head to something? Or maybe we'll reach your left arm up and we'll reach the right arm forward as far as it'll go. So now I'm like in an L shape. My left arm is straight up towards the ceiling and my right arm is straight out towards the left. My left side of my face is resting on the floor. And just pause there. Feet are together, knees are together. And just breathe into both of your arms. From here, you're going to slowly drag your right hand along the floor until it meets the left hand, and then all the way back until your arm is out into a T. And then drag your hand back until it's all the way forward towards the left. Reach as far as you can. And then slide it along the floor to come back into a T with your right arm. And then slide along the floor to reach as far forward as you can. And I'm really throwing myself forward when I go forward. One last time. Slide your hand along the floor. Come back behind you. Just feel that lengthening. Can you drop your shoulder? Can you soften into your chest? Can you sink through your shoulder blade? What do you do here to soften towards the floor? And then all the way back. Right hand to the left. And then roll over back onto your back and pause there. Great. I just have to remember all of that for the other side. Great. So, lying on your back, I've changed sides so that I'm facing the camera still, even though we've changed sides. Bring your arms wide and out to the side into a T. Drop both knees to the right and then roll over onto your right shoulder. Bring your two knees, 2 feet together, and then bring your fingers to the front or towards the left shoulder. Reach the left shoulder down towards your hip, and then slowly let your left elbow travel as low to the floor as you can, and open your left shoulder wide while you're lying on your back, and then draw your left elbow slowly down towards your hip. So it's this really slow And very steady circling of your left elbow close to the floor. But remember, this is in wellness. Pull down towards your hip and then travel back and all the way down and towards your hip. So you're traveling forward towards your hip and then traveling backwards towards your hip. One more time. Forwards towards your hip. And then backwards towards your hip. Nice. Bring your left hand long and straight forward, so as far as you can beyond your right hand. And then pull your left elbow back into lawnmower. And maybe you get the sense that your elbow is moving towards the floor behind you. And as I do this, for me, there's loads of massaging, squeezing of my right shoulder on the floor, which I really love. Also notice for you, as you travel really slowly forward and backwards, reaching deeply with your left hand, and then pull it back into lawnmower. And again, reaching deeply with your left hand, and then pull it back with lawnmower. Cool. So reach your left hand straight forward, and then bring your right arm so that your right arm is long and it's kind of just behind my ear, so I can rest my right side of my face on the floor, and I'm walking my left hand really far forward. So there's an L shape between my right arm and my left arm. And one arm is beside my ear on the right, long along the floor, up towards the top of my mat. And my left hand is straight out towards the right in front of me. Super. Now, slowly begin to drag your left hand along the floor, making a big circle, and bring your arm out into a T. And then slide your hand along the floor until it comes back to straight in front of you. And then reach a bit further. I'm really like rolling my chest towards the floor as I do this. And then roll. So that you drag your hand along the floor till you're in a T. And then all the way back. Reach forward, really, really, really reach forward. Last one. Slide your hand along the floor and pause. So now my left arm is back behind me, and I'm just noticing, how do I bring more of that left shoulder in wellness to the floor? How would I let my upper arm connect to the floor a bit more? How would I let my breath soften something by the exhalation sinking me deeper towards the floor? Nice. Slide your hand all the way back. Come land on the floor and pause. Nice. So roll over and come up into a seated position. Legs are long, bum is on the floor. You could have your bum up on a block if you wish. You could have a little bit of, height under your bum, and that'll give you a little bit more maybe comfort in your lower back. Okay. So just sitting up tall, and then drop your ear down gently towards the left. And then come back to center, and then drop your ear down gently towards the right. And then just travel from side to side. Nice. Next time you go to the left, drop your ear down and then drop your elbow down. Come back up to sit. Same side again, drop your ear down and then your elbow down. And come back up to sit. And do that a few times. And as I do this, I really feel like the curve of the right side of my spine. Ear down, elbow down. I feel this like of the side of my spine. Ear down, elbow down. Nice. Other side. Left side. Right elbow. No. Head down towards the right. And then elbow down on the right. Ear down on the right, elbow down on the right. And again, for me, always, it's really, I'm almost so amazed. There's a difference between my left and my right in my ability to feel it and to move it connectedly. And so I don't feel as connected in the movement on this side. It is improving as I do this. I am feeling like, oh, I can start to feel it. So what's the difference for you? One more time. Ear down, elbow down. Nice, all the way up. So reach both arms up towards the ceiling. Bend your elbows into baby swan. Come into big swan and really squeeze. Let your chest pop forward. Begin to straighten into your arms. Keep your chest where it is and let your fingers land on the floor. And then lean even more by pushing into your pubic bone down into the floor, stretching into your legs. I'm not lifting my head. My chest is lifting up towards my chin. And lean even more forward. How would you be like the sail of a boat, and the wind is traveling from behind you, and the front of your chest and your spine are reaching forward because of the incredible movement of the wind. Nice. Slowly keep your fingers where they are. Round your back forward. Tuck your chin in. Look towards your belly. And then lift your chest. Expanding into your chest. Have a sense of length. I'm going to keep my chin tucked in again because you can lift your chin a little bit, but it has to be continuous with the spine, and it's your eye level is only where the wall and the ceiling meet. I'm not looking up towards the ceiling because that's like I've flung my neck back and I've abandoned it to gravity. So instead I'm looking up, and there's a sense of it being like a continuation, a strengthening continuation of my spine. So how would you get bigger? I'm pushing more into my fingers. My chest is moving more and more forward. And relax. Nice. Twist towards, just pause for a moment. Roll your shoulders. Oh, that's very nice. And then just roll into your belly. So last night, must have been around 10 to 6, I walked outside and there was loads of bird song. So the birds have started in the evening. And also, like Caroline was saying, that during the class now, she can hear birds when she does it live in the morning. I hear the first bird around 5:45. There's one type of bird, not the whole dawn chorus, but there's one bird that starts around 5:45. Don't know what bird it is. So bend your knees to the right and your feet to the left and come into zigzag. Okay, sitting up tall, you're dropping your weight down. So zigzag, the most important thing is that your knees are comfortable. So maybe you need a lift under your bum, or maybe you need to just maybe lengthen one leg out because for whatever reason it doesn't really like it. Okay, so just pause in your zigzag, sitting up tall, and then tuck your chin in and bring your chin as far forward as you can. And just feel what happens. Tuck your chin in as far as it'll go. And then bring your chin as far forward as you can. Chin in and chin out. And then draw a circle with your whole head. So I'm circling forward and to the left and back. So it's not sometimes we do this and it's just the belly. Now my whole head is moving. And so another way of saying that is try and draw a circle with your pelvis on the ground. And it's a very disorganized circle because of the way your zigzag is on the floor. Circle in the other direction. Make it so that your chin is as far forward as it can be, and then your chin is as far back as it can be. Forward, back. That's more organized. Chin really forward, chin really back. Nice. Other side. Stretch your legs out long. Other side. Bend your knees to the left, feet to the right. Sit up tall. Listen to your knees. And then tuck your chin in as much as it'll go. And then reach your chin forward as far as it'll go. And so as I do this, I'm like, oh, I can't imagine this is really attractive. Anyway, feel the movement. I'm enjoying the movement. Close your eyes. And now draw a circle. So your chin is as far forward at one point in the circle, and then your chin is as far back. And then chin is as far forward. And then chin is as far back. And I have this real deep sense of, yeah, this circle feels really interesting through my whole body. I can feel that it puts a lot of weight into that inner knee on the right at some point. So if you feel like you want to straighten your right leg out, then do. Don't strain your body. And then circle in the other direction. Chin is far forward. And chin is far back. Forward. Back one more time. Chin is far forward. And back. Nice. Bring your feet wide. And then just walk yourself forward. So hands where they are. And so instead of dropping your head down and trying to get your head down, try and get your belly forward. So just find a place where you can lean forward into your belly. And find your lengthening of the spine, that opening of the chest. So keep your head up as you just feel, yeah, your inner thighs lengthening, your belly dropping towards the floor. Wiggle your toes. And roll your ankles. And just get a sense. As you lengthen into your inner thighs, I'm stretching into my heels. I'm engaging my inner thighs. I'm lengthening through the spine. I'm dropping the weight forward into my belly. Head stays up, chest is moving forward. Nice. And then come all the way to land on the floor. So land, arrive on the floor. Notice your shoulders, your neck, your hips, your knees, your feet, inner thighs, the length of your spine. You can, if you want, lift your bum and place 2 hands underneath it. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. You can bring the soles of your feet together with your hands underneath the back of your pelvis. You can have both feet on the floor and the soles of your feet together, knees apart, still with your hands underneath your pelvis. You can straighten your legs out, even with your hands underneath your pelvis. If having your hands in your pelvis is really uncomfortable for your hands, then don't do it. You can put a block, or you can put a book underneath your pelvis, and it's the same thing. So what does empower mean to you? Where do you go when you think of empower? I'm still wondering. I wonder, what does empower mean? What movement, gestures, what parts of me are engaged, what attitudes, what inspirations happen when I think of empowering? Nice. Remove your hands from under your bum, roll over onto your side and just pause there for a moment. And maybe just set an intention for your day. Something that inspires you. Nice. How awesome. So stay there if you wish, thinking about inspiration and things that you intend for the day, things that inspire you. I will see you all tomorrow. I'll be here bright and early. And thanks for joining me. Ciao, ciao, Sloan.